Everybody good? Let me take my jacket off. I had this tucked in, and Aaron said to me, I said, what do you think of this look? Because I'm at this point in my adulthood where shit just does weird shapes, you know? And I don't know, I did, you know, I was a heavy-set kid, and I do the jiggle test still. You know that test where you're naked, you stand in front of the mirror, and you're just like, just to see what's activated and what's fucking, you're like, oh, there's my skeleton. Anyway, I had this tucked in. I was fucking psyched on it. I'm like, I'm gonna tuck this shit in. That's what men do. I watched that Kevin Costner show in Montana. Yellowstone. They all tuck their shit in. I was like, here we go. So I tuck it in the door. We have these doors on the bus that open really slowly. Like a reveal on like Price is Right. You push a button and they're airlock, so they go but it's kind of fucked up, so it's like for real. And then it goes and Aaron's there and he's like, and I go, what do you think? He's like, what you said, professor? What? Adjunct professor. Never used that word in my life. But it doesn't sound awesome. It sounds like someone that's not getting fucking tenure. Is that true? Probably. I want tenure, goddammit, so I untucked. Don't judge me. And then I was like, I'll do the French tuck, and I tucked one side and I looked like a douche. Thanks, Aaron. Anyway, I got some green tea. I'm pretty excited. I can still taste the peanuts. They break up like... Anyway. This is why we're here. I see some of you brought young people. Just to let you know, there will be some language, but if you could just Venmo me, just send me your Venmo and I'll fill it up for her therapy. So this is a new Wheel of Song for this tour. Pretty snazzy. All of a sudden it catches fire. I'm gonna go through there's categories, there's albums, and there's songs, and it can land on any of them, and we have to do what the wheel wants. We can't defy the wheel. I've tried. I woke up with a stiff neck. They couldn't find my daughter for 3 days. I called home, I was like, how's everybody going? She's missing. Pretty soon it owns you. The Wheel of Song. I made that myself. It was either this or a boat. There's a category, Party of One. For a long time I toured by myself, and I used to play songs that were really percussive and aggressive, and let's hope that doesn't land on that. These are old songs, really old songs. And you know, some of you love it. It's great. There's 6 of us. Party of One, your table's ready, that kind of thing. Next up, Kiss Quick, which is a song from Modern Love. A big hit in the south of Spain, actually. Bueno. Next up, the album Sings His Sad Heart. Sad when people don't clap. No, don't do it. I don't want to fucking force you, but it gives me an indication much better than Spotify's play numbers. What people like and what they don't like. Sings His Sad Heart, one of my favorite records that none of you clap for. Okay, next up. Songs you hear at Whole Foods. Yeah. Also known as songs you hear at Home Depot when overspending for pressure-treated lumber. This is a song like when you're grinding your nut butter, or you're looking at the ingredients on the cereal and you're like, I wonder if this is healthy. And all of a sudden, and you're like, you turn to your significant other and you're like, honey, do you remember in 2009 when we made sweet love to this song? Now go grind your nut butter and let's get out of here. Songs you hear at Whole Foods. Next up, Pretty the World, which is a song from the olden days. It's the only way I'm gonna play these songs, so you know, you get 4 shots a night. Beneath These Fireworks. First and only major label record, so, yep, sounds like. Next up, Rand McNally, Baby. These are, if I could, I'd only use atlases still. The songs that have cities in them. exceptional response. I felt like I was teaching like an adjunct professor. Teaching a course. That was good. Rand McNally, baby. Last Days of Summer in San Francisco, one of my favorite songs of all time. That I've written, okay. Show Me Your Fangs, the album. That could be anything. That could be all your favorite songs from that record or the one song you skip. Depends on how I'm feeling. Next up, Detroit Waves, which we have never played, but Colton, our dear Colton King, who is our tech and our friend, he's like, I put Detroit Waves on the wheel because I want to hear it. So far, goose eggs. Next up, Stop Thief. This is a category. Last night we landed on this, and I had to tell my story. Let's hope we don't land on it tonight. The story that's made me the villain of many a tween. These are songs that I've borrowed from, or famous songs that have borrowed from me. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just go to your Google machine, type in Matt Nathanson, and then the letter T. You'd think Matt Nathanson tour, Matt Nathanson terrific, Matt Nathanson tater tots. No. Let's hope we don't land on this tonight. Stop Thief. Next up, Still Waiting for Spring. 1999's. It almost won a Grammy if it had been nominated. And next up, Adrenaline, which is a song we all love. It's about the, sir, the naked thing. The thing that courses through us and then, makes us do this. Like a snake on a hot highway. That's not a penis thing. You're laughing like it's a penis thing. I'm just talking about the motion. Sorry, young lady.
No, she knows.
She knows? Good, thank God. My kid swears like a fucking truck driver. I thought it was gonna have the opposite effect. If I swore and my wife swore, my kid was gonna rebel and become like, nope. She pulled out the C word the other day. It was awesome. On my wife, and I was like, I've crested. This is the end of my, I think I've peaked. This is parent peak moment. She's like, you're a C word. And I just was like this. And my wife, who doesn't take anything personally, was just like, oh boy, I think we've created a monster. I was like, Bubba, you can't say that word in front of other people, but you can say it here in the circle of trust. She's like, fuck you. She's 14. Next up, awesome songs I didn't write. Oh, I like that you didn't really respond. That's cover songs that we love that other people have written that maybe are important. Next up, a song called Princess. Next up, we put out a series of albums that are cover albums. So we did like the Def Leppard covers album, we did a U2 covers album, we did a Bands from Chicago covers album. So if we land on this, I'll pick something from that. Next up, you good, bro? These are my saddest songs. Songs that I can't ever really play because it'll tank the room. But if the wheel calls it, I have to do it. So, you good, bro? No, I'm fucking terrible. Next up, Mission Bells.
Yeah!
Last of the Great Pretenders, which is a record I love. Next up, the happy-faced balloon man guy that looks like a Buddhist. These are the songs of mine that are just like unadulterated looks into my happy self. Yeah, there's two of those. Happy. Next up, Different Beds. A favorite? Oh, this is the album Boston Accent. One of my favorite. I got a lot of favorites. Next up, Unreleased. This is where I subject you to a song that we have not yet released yet. And it might be the best song you've ever heard, or you might say, now I know why it's not out. To the beat of our noisy hearts. And the album, Some Mad Hope. So we're gonna spin this shit. It only responds to your enthusiasm. So Kenneth, will you play something sweet and building, emotionally challenging?
Yeah.
He's wearing wool pants tonight, everybody. Give it why. He's like, these are so uncomfortable, but I want to look good. So Kenny's gonna be chafed later. All right, let's spin this. Let's spin this for Kenny's chafe. Ready, set. That's my New Jersey. There are some you just don't ever think you're gonna get to.